As a former Trump supporter, there's one thing that bugs me more than anything else, and that is these Hollywood actors that literally know seemingly nothing about the political climate or the factors that caused President Donald Trump to get elected, threatening violence against him. Now, this started as soon as Mr. Trump took office with Madonna and some of the other famous people, and also the so-called Women's March, which so-called was to it was asking for more respect toward women, although the women that attended this thing dressed like giant vaginas and behaved like animals, not even like men, but like animals, okay? So why am I making this video? Today on Twitter, I was unfortunately enlightened to the fact. Now, I ignore a lot of the Hollywood crap. So I apparently was unaware that Jim Carrey has a major beef with Trump based on Trump's alleged racism. Although I'm going to get into why that's bullshit. Okay, so this is how it works. Jim Carrey likes to draw these little satirical cartoons, and he drew one with President Trump burning at the stake as a witch. Now, my theory with these movie stars and actors and starlets and pop singers and all this that want to threaten violence against Donald Trump or want to basically encourage treason and insurrection within the republic, my point is this: President Trump should have all of these people locked up in prison, or at the very least investigated, because they need to be investigated. They are promoting chaos. They are promoting resistance to the republic. They are promoting resistance to the law of the land. Now, I'm going to get into this nonsense about President Trump being so-called racist. And I think this has to go with that nonsense about kneeling to the national anthem. I want to make sure people understand that when President Trump says these people should be reprimanded or fined, these people are not plantation workers. They are not slaves. They are highly paid professional athletes that work for the NFL, which is a private organization. Now, Mr. Carey put out this thing with Colin Kaepernick telling Nike that they did the right thing and calling it capitalism with a conscience. Now, the consciousness of capitalism has for the longest time, at least since World War II, been to promote communism, to promote cultural Marxism. Capitalist globalism is the enemy. There's not many truly communist countries left. China is not truly communist, and Cuba might be considered communist, and North Korea. But there are not many actually communist countries left. That's all been swept aside when the Soviet Union fell, and it's been replaced with capitalist globalism. And the seat of capitalist globalism is not Russia, it's not Putin, it's the USA. It's the corporate and special interest sector of the United States of America is the seat of capitalist globalism and cultural Marxism. That is the truth. And it's also the UN. Okay, but I don't have a beef with the UN. I think that both the United States and the UN are great things. They can do a lot of good if they purge these things from themselves. Now, going back to the whole Trump is a racist thing. Now, I want to make this very clear. Trump is not racist against blacks at all, okay? He has been spending his time trying to undo great bipartisan legislation that comes from the Clinton era, which really did help the inner city communities, the black communities, and everyone else by putting people that need to be in prison. And I strongly encourage people watch President Bill Clinton, former President Bill Clinton, take on Black Lives Matter in Philadelphia. As for Jim Carrey and Madonna and all these other people that want to threaten violence against the standing U.S. head of state, they should all be put in prison. Every last one of them.